Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Richmond International Raceway, where we're going to start the Msrl 125 here this afternoon on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. I'm your host, Bill Deal. Welcome and thank you for joining us here at Msrl, Men's Senior Racing League, as we're fixing to go 125 laps of nothing but pure excitement here this afternoon in Richmond. So welcome and join us, and I'll give you a quick rundown of who's going to start where. And in the pole position is Will Bartow in that 01 Chevrolet. In the second position, get this thing right here. In the second position is Paul Brown, that 70 Chevrolet Camaro. Third is Lauren Stopperworth in that 41 Mac 2 Chevrolet. Fourth is Roy Wynn in that 14 Napa sponsored Chevrolet. Fifth is Kent Thomas in that St. Louis Cardinals sponsored Ford Mustang. Sixth is Val Woodrich in the 101st Airborne Division sponsored Toyota Camry. Seventh is Keith Chestnut, that Wrangler Jeans sponsored Chevrolet, number 3. Number 8 position is that Jack Martell. He come around here. He is with driving that new Ford Mustang as well with the Southwest Harbor Fire Department as his sponsor. Fire Department he's a volunteer member of. Last but certainly not least is number 25, Ken King Chevrolet, sponsored by Ron Blackwell. Ron Blackwell being the administrator and the founder of Men's Senior Racing League. So if you want to know more about the Men's Senior Racing League and maybe possibly join the league, you can check them out on the website, www.msrl.us. You got to be 35 years old, guys, to be able to join it, but they're ready. Anyhow, pace car's off, getting ready to go green flag racing here this afternoon for 125 laps. Let's get her done, boys. Green flag drops, and here we go. Coming off of turn 2, it's going to be Will Bartow leading the pack. Paul Brown right behind him. And all of them getting it done pretty good. We're going to take several views of the track here this afternoon. See them going by and just driving all up and down the track, low side, high side, doesn't matter where they're at, as long as they get it done. This is where they're going to. We'll get a good clean record recorded shot. And there's Will Bartow in that 01 Kings sponsored Chevy Camaro. Paul Brown that number 70 Mountain Dew sponsored Chevy Camaro, working hard to catch up to it. Let's take over the lead. Jack Martell bringing it to 9th position here. Kent Thomas in that Ford Mustang. That number 40 St. Louis car sponsored car. Working hard to keep up the pace here, running 3rd position. Roy Wynn in that number 14 Napa sponsored Chevy Camaro. Working in the 4th position. Lauren Stopperworth. 5th. Mac 2 Chevy. Ron Blackwell started taking over 6th position. Moved up 3 spots. He's running 6th. Chestnut dropped down 1 position in 7th position. I understand from his crew, some of his crew members, that his car is not the best handling car this weekend. So he's probably going to be struggling on the track to try to keep up with the guys. Sometimes he said that's the way you win it. Sometimes that's the way you lose it. He's just going to do the best he can. There's Mr. Val Woodrich in that 101st Airborne Division sponsored that Toyota Camry. Jack Martell in the Southwest Harbor Fire Department sponsored that Ford Mustang. You see running in 9th position. Back up front, Will Bartow laying down the rubber on the track here. Out of turn 2, headed down the back stretch. Paul Brown right behind him. This is Paul Brown's one of his favorite tracks, Richmond, although he says he hates it. He does really well here. He's won a lot of races here in Richmond. Different leagues. One we won't mention. And it looks like Paul Brown is working on the bottom of Will Bartow. They're racing side by side here. Trying to take over the lead, and looks like Paul's going to be able to sneak by him here. fighting back a little bit, getting a little loose on the top side of that track up there. You see Will's car kick out with him a little bit. Will's not giving up. He's working on that second lane, trying to get back, but I don't think he's going to have enough to do it. Paul got him. Paul Brown, our new race leader here this afternoon, lap 9. Paul comes from Pennsylvania. Paul Brown married and been racing a number of years. Got his own racing league. Ridge Runners Racing. He races on Monday night. So if you want to race with them guys, they run the Indy cars. If you want to race with them on Monday night, check out Ridge Runners Racing. And should put a link up to it where you can be able to find it. They alternate road courses. They run road courses 1 week, oval courses the next week. So some guys show up for all of them. Some guys just show up for the road courses. Some guys just show up for the oval. But anyhow, it's fast racing. As far as the fast. Will Bartoli in second. You see him working hard there. He gained a little bumper between him and the third place car. You see some of the rest of them coming up behind the pack. There's a gap there, and then you see another gap. But you see the last 3 cars coming up. Oh, Will Bartoli popped the wall a bit coming out of turn 2, so that's going to cause him some damage. Kind of hit the wall a little bit and bounce off of it. A little bit of distance between him and Paul Brown. Paul Brown is extending his lead to somewhat of a deal. Roy Wynn from Snellville, Georgia. Been with the Msrl for a long time. Roy running that number 14. Now the sponsor Chevy Camaro. What the computer whiz. Got a little wife and children, grandchildren. That's why they call it the senior league. I'm not calling you senior, Roy. We're just saying, you know. That's the broadcast that we do. We're not fancy. We're not all that technological stuff that a lot of others do, but we're not fancy. We're just sassy. That's just the way it is. You see Rory Wynn here working that bottom side of that track between turn 3 and 4, getting on apron just a little bit at the bottom of it, working the high side of the track, getting up to about 151 mile an hour before he has to apply the brakes going into corners. Kent Thomas, East Peoria, Illinois native, been with Msrl for a good while. Also runs with SCRL. Lawrence Doppelworth, that number 41, Mac Tool sponsor Chevy SS. You see, we see Kent get a little bit squirrely there, the back end kicking out on it, so it's going to be putting some hurting on them tires. I know it is. But getting back to Lauren, Lauren's been running for a number of years. Runs here and then runs the SCRL league once in a while, and another league, whatever that is. Lauren's working on that bottom of the track, gets by Kent Thomas to take over the 4th position. Kent wants it back, so he's working hard to try to catch it, but I think Kent's got a little problem there with them back tires, where he kind of smoked going to turn 1 and 2 the previous lap. Ron Blackwell in that number 25 Cam King Chevrolet. Oh, you see Kent Thomas hit the wall hard, and he then spins out. That's going to bring out the caution here on lap 21. Kent got a little wild and sideways with him, snapped on him, and he went spinning out, hit the outside wall. As you see Jack Martell and Keith Chestnut coming behind him. So caution is out here on lap 22. Of lap 125 this afternoon here at Richmond International. I want to thank you fans and everybody for joining us. Jack Martell. That new Ford Mustang. Southwest Harbor Fire Department sponsored vehicle. Jack's been around racing a long time. Native of Southwest Harbor, Maine. As the cars catch up to the field. Here on lap 23. Val Woodruff's a Vietnam veteran. Driving the 101st Airborne sponsored Toyota Camry. Race car coming back around the back stretch here. These guys are getting ready to go into pits. Somebody's going to go into pits, and Paul Brown's coming into pits. So he's coming with him. Will Bartoli's coming with him. Rory Wynn's coming with him. Roy Wynn, Lawrence Stoppleworth, Ron Blackwell, Kent Thomas. And we think we've got some cars out on the track that did not pit. Jack Martell and Q Chestnut did pit. And word is that they will come around this time and pit. They didn't want to get into cluster of things, which is smart poker. They've got all these other laps to, they've got 100 more laps to race, so these guys are being a little bit smart. They'll jump in there and get some tires and gas adjustments made on their car. Hopefully that 3-car get some adjustments made on his car, we can run a little better. Jack Martell, everywhere you go, he puts on a good show. Doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing, he puts on a fantastic show. See the guys putting in pits. So we get a bit closer, pan around, get a bit closer. 03 into 3. Goes Jack Martell out, the 3 out. They're both leaving the pits, getting back out on the track. On lap 26. So Jack Martell beating the 3-car out of the pits. They come down the back stretch to catch up the rest of the field. Ron Blackwell is our new race leader here, lap 27 at Richmond International Speedway. Driving it, looks like he's driving the old car that Dave Christensen drove, Cam King's car. Dave's number was 61, and he switched cars and teams and organizations. He's now driving a 72 Cam King's Auto Club. Chevy Camaro. Dave would be in here today, but he's moving. He's got some issues. But anyhow, the pace car is in, going inside the pit road entrance. And that means we're fixing to go back green flag racing here at the end of lap 27. It'll be lap 28. And the green flag drops, and there they go, guys. We're going to stay up front with Ron Blackwell a little while and see how well he does. He's like he's got something going on there. He's found his little spot in the racetrack to run with. He's doing very well. These guys are looking hard. You see the first 6 cars running in the pack. The other 3 cars, the 03, 101 and the 3 cars is kind of laying back a little bit. fast as the other ones, but I think they may be on the tire track. Who knows? We see somebody smoking some tires. And we see a caution. Kent Thomas goes around in turn 2 to bring out the second caution today here on lap 30. Kent is having some problems with that car holding the bottom. Got some little bit of damage on that. It'll be a good time to go in the pits and the caution get it fixed. Could be a track bar adjustment, could be some wedge that he needs to add or take away, could be tire pressure, could be anything. The car causing that. You see the marks where he went around and just snapped loose on him and collected the inside wall and spun around, and he's got it back going again. So we'll see what he does in the pits. And shouldn't be too much longer there. Have to go around. Pits are closed after the first lap and after the caution comes out. But due to the plug-ins, but the pit road will be open this time to come by while the lead lap cars. Ron Blackwell is our new race leader. Still contains the lead. Talk a little bit about that number 3 Wrangler Jean sponsored Chevy Camaro. Keith Chestnut, he's couldn't get that number when he was with other leagues, but when he started his own league, SCRL, Stock Car Racing League, he popped that number in. He was a avid Dale Earnhardt man. Been to Richard Childress' place in DEI. Been to Dale Seniors. Hung out with Richard Petty and some of the older guys. He used to do dirt track racing back in the younger years, back in the mid-70s. Raced with door to door with Dale Earnhardt in Fayetteville in 1973. Came in last. Raced the late modified sportsman's class. Came in last both heats, but nonetheless, he got the chance to race with him. The racing league he's got is called Stock Car Racing League, and it runs to Friday Night Thunder. So Friday nights, if you want to join his racing league, look up the website, stockcarracingleague.com. Has an application page on it where you can apply to race in his league. They will paint you a car, they will get you a sponsor, and they will give you a number if the number's not already taken. They race old NASCAR style racing, which I very much enjoy that. They don't do the stage points racing, they do the overall racing. And they don't have the new rules packages. Some of them are, some of them don't. But this one that he does is the old style school racing. Get on the track, run what you run. If you mess up, get back on the track, get in the pit road and get back on the track, and see where you wind up at when you check your flag drops. See the 3 and the 101 catching up with the rest of the field here on lap 34. Blackwell still our leader here on lap 35. With 35 laps completed here, with a 125 lap race. The lights on the pace cars out. You get to see we got cameras all over the place. We have cameras in the cars, on top of the cars, in front of the cars, behind the cars. We got rubber cams, both left and right. And you fix to see some green flag racing, going back racing. Here it goes. Give you a shot from the front of Ron's car as he dives into turn 1. Holds that second line, trying to drop down a little bit. Kind of help cut Paul Brown off. and you'll see more good racing. You look at the back of Ron's car, and we think another caution just came out, and it sure enough has. So we need to go back and look. I think that was Roy Wind that snapped around. We're going to do the magic of reverse, and we think that was the snap he did at coming out of turn 2. As you can see, Roy got loose right there. Car snapped around him. He's trying his best. Got the wheels turned to the right. You can see trying to gain control of that car. And the 3 cars right behind him. So he was thinking, the 3 car was thinking that the 14 was going to dive down to the bottom or get control of it. And you don't see him hitting his brakes too much, none at all really. And all of a sudden the 14 just gets in front of him, and you can see a little bit of a contact right there. Bam, just kind of nudged that quarter pounder enough to send Roy in around. And that was the cause of that. So sent Roy on the inside wall. So the second caution here is out at lap 36. Lap 37. With the guys up front. Ron Blackwell still our race leader here as he comes up behind the pace car here on lap 37. Ron Blackwell, a native of New Jersey, is the owner and admin of the Men's Senior Racing League. If you want to join this league, then you can look him up on the website www.msrl.us, and you can also email him at rontunina@comcast.net. You got to be 35 years old to run this league. They have that stipulation in place. So if you're 35 years of age and older, you can definitely partially qualified to run the race. Race with these guys every Sunday. You see Jack Martell and Lawrence Stopworth coming into the pits. Paul Brown still in second. Guys are coming into the pits. Chief Chestnut and Roy Wind, their cars coming into the pits. So Lawrence Stopworth, Jack Martell. Burning the road, burning the concrete up, getting out of Pittsburgh. Jack Martell second. Goes to Chestnut third, and Roy Wind's working, coming out of the pits now. You see him coming around the, coming out off pit road onto the track. Telling his spotters and his pit crew that they're real loose coming in, a little bit tight coming out, so they may make some adjustments on the car if they can correct that problem. laps remaining here in this race here at Richmond International Speedway on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, the 14th of April. MSRL does run the NASCAR circuit, so if you want to follow them, you can follow the NASCAR circuit. You get each one. The green flag drops, and here to go, guys. We're going to switch up front and see Paul Brown has worked himself down to the bottom of the track to get together. He's around Blackwell with a door-to-door action here as they come around turn 4. Come around turn 3 into 4. Paul Brown is taking over the lead here. See these guys working hard to try to keep the position they got. You see them going 3 wide, and Kent Thomas taking the wall up there on the top. Blackwell not easily wanting to give up the lead, kind of fighting back on that middle lane. So you've got smattering of cars here, about 3 cars working hard, and then you've got 2 more behind them. Ron Blackwell cuts in front of Kent Thomas. Took him off at 3 and 4, taking over the lead. Paul Brown, this is one of his favorite tracks. He's run over the lead. Paul's won a bunch of races here, so he knows how to get around the track. He knows when to lift, he knows when to ease back down to the gas. So he's going to be one to continue with this afternoon. If you guys want to get around Paul, you're going to have to learn how to race the track like he does, and not take him away from no one else. Paul seems to have a knack for one of these kinds of tracks. Definitely putting on the show this afternoon. You see Paul Brown, Ron Blackwell running second. Kent's coming up, trying to run some same real estate with Ron Blackwell. Kent Thomas from East Peoria, Illinois. See these guys running. 2, 3, 4, and 5, you have Will Bartoli and Ron Stockwell battling for position here. We come out of turn 2 down the back stretch. Wood in 6th position. Jack Martell 7th, Roy in 8th, and 9th. Cruz. The driver telling his crew chief and his spotter his car's tight. It's getting tighter and tighter. He's having to hit the brakes a little bit more earlier than everybody else to keep spinning out. Tight going in, tight coming out. So he may be doing all he can do to stay up with the rest of the pack this afternoon. Paul Brown continues to lead the race here this afternoon on lap 50 with 75 laps left to go here at Richmond International Speedway. You see Bartolin and the guys crisscrossing over, trying to race on the track. Do want to mention Dave Christensen not being here today. Dave was one of the top drivers in MSRL and SCRL. Dave is kind of under the weather. They decided not to run his car. So we miss Dave, and hope Dave will be back next week. Dave Christensen is driver of the number 72 Cam King. Chevy Camaro. They won some races since the beginning of the year. They hail from California. Been in a car club for years. racing. Some cars. All that sort of stuff. Right now on the track is Paul Brown. He's out front by a good 25-30 car lengths. And they're working down the backstretch. He's just blistering this racetrack here. For the second place car, Ron Blackwell. And guys is don't know if Paul has found his niche to where he's hitting his mark like he's supposed to. I assume he has. Ron Blackwell and Kent Thomas and Will Bartoli and Lawrence Stopworth all off working together. Try to get a little draft going down the backstretch. So they got some time on Paul Brown. They're going to have to tighten that watch band up a little bit tighter. That 70 Chevrolet Camaro is gone. Different time zone here. Time these guys comes out of turn 2, Paul's coming into turn 3, so he's almost in full backstretch length ahead of him. Caution comes out, there's no telling where Paul is. Bartoli ahead of running for position ahead of Lawrence Stopworth. Lawrence Stopworth running the old Chevy SS. Have two Chevrolet models that we can the drivers can race here. The Chevy SS model that Lawrence in. New Chevy Camaro. Also with Kent Thomas driving one of the new Ford Mustangs. Two types of Fords you can drive in this race. That's the Ford Mustang and then of course the Ford Fusion. That's still being run on some circuits. A lot of drivers opted to go to the Ford Mustang. Paul Brown is in a different time zone of his own. He is running some heck of a laps. His last recorded lap was 21:3:27. Lap 62. About 145 down the backstretch before he applies the brakes. He goes down the front stretch. And about 155 miles per hour and he hits the brakes. He is blistering the track. Slowing down to about 96 in the middle of the corner and then getting back on the gas. 147 miles an hour that time. For a track time of 21.185. So Ron Blackwell is running a 21.576. On the brakes a little early. Thomas running at 21.595. Lawrence Stopworth running at 21.699. Will Bartoli running at 21.540, so he's a bit faster than some of the other guys. Reached his speed on this track. That lap you just did was at 21.412. Jack Martell running at 21.478 here. A little bit faster than the second place cars. Rory Wynn crossed the start finish line doing a 21.387. You see the pace car come out, so somebody has got into somewhere or something. Let's see if we can find out. It's Will Bartoli. And we think he may have spun out coming out of the front stretch into one. And yeah, that car snaps on him. He gets high on that high side, and high groove of that track up there where a lot of that trash stuff is, and it just the rear end just comes around. And, that factor he run over maybe a little bit too fast. He just snaps out in front of him. front of Jack Martell, and Jack's hitting brakes. And, ooh, just a hair. Man, you couldn't put a hot dog between them two. But you see Will getting sideways there, and one of them collecting the outside wall and spins around and locks the brakes down. And he tried to gather himself and checking everything, and Sparta won't know he's all right. There he goes back, so he's fell back to ninth position behind the pace car as it comes out. See him getting a wave around. Our leader is still Paul Brown. No, Paul didn't want to see that caution come out, but that's racing, Paul. Could be anybody's day or anybody's failure. Who knows? This race is pre-recorded here by race yesterday afternoon at Richmond International Raceway, sponsored by MSRL, Men's Senior Racing League. Brought to you by the SCRL Racing Network. Brown and Ron Blackwell going to pits with Lawrence Doppelberg. Jack Martell is Roy Wynn and Val Woodridge in the pits. Is Kit Thomas and Chief Chestnut stays out on the track. So let's see what kind of stuff Paul Brown gets on his car. Paul Brown. Will Bartola put in his pits. Kind of tough on Will. Paul gets to jump on pit road. He'll be the first one off pit road. And I imagine the 40 to 3 is going to pit. Yeah, they do. So that's going to put Paul back in the lead after they cycle around. Thomas hitting his pit box. Chestnut hitting his pit box. Got Thomas taking 4 tires of fuel, so does Keith Chestnut. They both exit the pits, get it back out on the track. The lights on the pace car has been turned off. That means they'll go back to green flag racing on this lap. They come around into turn 3 and 4. After turn 4, they'll go back to green flag racing. They've completed 71 laps of 125. A little more than 50 laps to go. It doesn't take long here at Richmond. The average time to run about 20, 21, 22 seconds. So you got a car that's going around the track that fast, it doesn't take long for the laps to wind down. Pace car is going in pits road. And we're fixed to go back green flag racing. I want to thank everyone for joining us. Thank you for watching. And the green flag's in the air, and there they go. And it's 3 wide racing, 4 wide racing. front stretch, drop down to 3 wide. Kent Thomas, Roy Wynn, and Val Witchers all running 3 wide. Ooh, you see Kent Thomas pop the wall coming out of turn 2. That's got to cause him a little bit of damage. And put him back a little bit hurting, so that's got to drop him back to the 6th position. Still trying to keep his car running up front. You see, Will Bartoli and Val Witchers and Steve Chestnut bringing it to the rear. Everybody's on the lead lap right now so far. Val Witchers, also known as Woody, his fellow drivers. Some of his mates over in Nam. Val was a Vietnam veteran. Came back home, and we're thankful for that. Thank him for his service. A lot of the guys in Vietnam didn't get thanked properly. But Val was one of the guys who served over there overseas and country just that. And did his tour and come home, and we're thankful for that. Thankful for Val, his bravery and stepping up to the plate and keeping our country free. So Val, we thank you for that, buddy. Also Dave Christian, who's not here, is another veteran. But we want to thank Val for his service to our keeping our country free. So thank you, Val. We appreciate that. Or at least I do. 3 cars, had 3 cars struggling this afternoon. So talking to his crew chief earlier that they have worked on that car during practice, and right before qualifying, he just did not have the speed in that car for some reason. So he's working hard. The driver said he's working hard to keep him going a lap down. So far he's right now he's ahead of the game. Getting a little distance on him between him and that Paul Brown. You'll see here in a momentarily when we switch cameras. We're going to show you just how much you lead. Paul Brown has over last place cars. Paul's already 2. There's not 3 car coming into 1. So. A little bit of difference there. Thomas, you see, trying to work on the outside of Roy Wynn, working door to door. The car's trying to snap out from under him a little bit. Back up front where the leader Paul Brown is still getting down over here in Richmond this afternoon. Running a pretty good race. Roy Wynn working on the back with Jack Martell for 3rd. Right up on his back bumper. It looks like Kent Thomas got a little sideways there. Came up on the road too fast and had to check up. So Kent driving the wheels off that thing this afternoon. Guys getting it done here this afternoon. Ooh, see Kent Thomas get a little hot coming in there and had to check up a little bit, use a bit more brakes, so that's going to wear his right rear tires out. Kent's doing everything he can to get in position. That Mustang and that track is just wearing him tires out. So I mean, the smart thing to do for him is that just back up. He's done the second time in the road there, so you know he's going to have problems. His tire's not going to last as long as some of the rest of them. By pacing himself and being careful and trying to get the most of his tires out of this track this afternoon. Roy Wynn running fourth, Ken Thomas running fifth. Jack Martell third. See Paul Brown still the leader here this afternoon, lap 87. As the race winds down here at Richmond International Speedway, or Raceway. Camera view of where everybody is. See these guys coming out of the front stretch. Coming out of turn 4 in the front stretch. Paul Brown still leading the race here on lap 90. With 35 laps left to go here at Richmond International Raceway this afternoon. Cars are spread out all over the track. But when you only got 9 cars racing, pretty close to someone doesn't seem that much of a problem. We're good up on the high side of the track in the cross start finish line. Maybe these guys continue to run down the race this afternoon. Front overhead view of Paul Brown's car. Ron Blackwell's car. Easy, Ron, easy. Jack Martell working on the back of Ron Blackwell here this afternoon in the Ford Mustang. Holding that second line, trying to give him a good run off the corners there. Lawrence Stopworth back in 4th position. Watching Jack Martell and Ron Blackwell go after. Roy Wynn back in 5th position. Watch what's happening in the front. Will Bartoli looking at the back of Roy Wynn's car. Kent Thomas looking at the back of Will Bartoli's car. And then you see Val Woodruff sneaking up on the backside of Kent Thomas's Ford Mustang here as they go into turn 1. Keep Chestnut at number 3 Wrangler watching everything in front. Then rev up there, Roy getting a little sideways there. Car kicked out on Roy a little bit. Got it under control. Just struck the wall a little bit there on that 97 there, Roy, so it's going to cause some tire rub. See no smoke, so he may be alright. See if I would Kent Thomas running 7th and 8th. Paul Brown still a race leader here as they have about 26 laps left to go. Paul Brown got a good lead on the 2nd place car, Ron Blackwell, this afternoon here at Richmond International Raceway. They complete lap 100. Top 5 cars going around, a 6th place car. And Val Woodchurch has passed Kent Thomas for another position. Taking over 7th. Dropping Kent Thomas back to 8th. Keeps Chestnut 9th. Looking at the back of Kent Thomas's car. He goes down a little bit, dives down to the bottom, works his way back up. Trying to keep a handle on that car. It kind of brushes the wall a little bit, so see what happens there. Ooh, and that pass right there. That's a gutsy pass to jump right in front of that 40 car like that. It could have been a mistake, but he held it in gas and got by him, and just continue on down the track. He's got lucky on that. Paul Brown's still the race leader here. And, 21 laps remaining here at Richmond International Raceway this afternoon. Ron Blackwell and Jack Martell and Lawrence Stopworth mix. They finagled their cars around turns 1 and 2. Bartoli, Roy Wynn, and Val Woodchurch. Running 3 wide here this afternoon at Richmond, coming out of turn 2. Lawrence Stopworth, Ron Blackwell, and Jack Martell. Ron don't want to give up that position. But it looks like Lauren's going to take it away from him. So Lauren's taking over the 2nd position. Putting Ron Blackwell back to 3rd, Jack Martell 4th, and Will Bartoli 5th. Did you see Will get sideways and lose it? And there he is, folks. And ooh, and you see Roy Wynn make contact with the front end, and wow. And there goes Kent Thomas just coming around the turn 1 and just nailing Will Bartoli. And you see Will come down the bottom of the track and hit the inside wall. And oh man, you see the 3 car. The 3 car was in the pits and coming out, and they failed to tell him that Will Bartoli was inside the apron, and come around the pits and hit Will Bartoli. So that's going to be damage on 3 and damage on the 01. And I imagine Will Bartoli got some serious damage. And when the pits do open here under caution, I imagine Will Bartoli will have some repairs to make for his car, because he took some licks. We're going to start calling him Will, start calling him Timex. Keeps licking and still keeps ticking. But that's going to put the 3 car in 9th position, but he's a lap down, because he was in the pits whenever the caution came out. And officials are telling him to he's staying out, so we'll see how this plays out. They may cost him a little lap. Directly behind the pace car. See Paul Brown coming into the pits, him and Lawrence Stopworth. Val Woodchurch right behind the 3 car. Following the pace car around the track. So the question is now, is the 3 and the 101 going to pit? No, they're not. The 3's going to stay out. Now the officials are telling him that he must do a stop and go. What? He is definitely irate about something. Giving him a penalty of going to the back of the line here. He's supposed to go to the back of the line if he wants to go to the pits, then he can go, but he's got to have them other cars in front of him, but he's look like he's going into the pits, so that may cost him another penalty. And it does. Across the pit road entrance line before the last car passed him. So that's going to cost him another penalty. So that's going to put him 3 laps down. So he'll have to serve a stop and go penalty once the race goes back green here at lap 110. The Richmond International Raceway here this afternoon on Sunday. Well, the lovely Sunday afternoon we're having for racing. See Paul Brown, still our race leader here. Give you a quick rundown of what's going on the track and who's where. As Paul Brown is leading the race here, Lawrence Doppelworth second, Jack Martell third, Ron Blackwell fourth, Kent Thompson fifth. The green flag drops, going back to racing again. In lap 113. Showing the 3 card going into pits to serve his penalty, so that's going. He's already 2 laps down. It's going to show him 2 more laps down. So that's probably going to ruin his day. See Lawrence Doppelworth taking over the lead here on lap 114. Ron Blackwell right behind him. Kent Thomas and Paul Brown racing for the same real estate. We may have another caution. We have another caution, but we don't know why. So we have another caution here at lap 113. So caution's out again here at lap 113, folks. We don't know why, but going back and see, it may be a spin out from Roy Wynn. Lap 116. So the number 14 did a little spin out there, and caution is out again. Race cars across the start finish line. With Lawrence Stoppleworth still leading the race here. Ron Blackwell in second, Paul Brown third. Kent Thomas fourth, Jack Martell fifth, Val Woodford sixth, Roy Wynn seventh, Will Bartoli eighth, and Keith Chestnut 2 laps down, actually 3 laps down, running in the last position here at Richmond International Raceway. So pit roads are open this time. As you see, the caution light still flashing on the track. The 3 cars coming in one more time. And the way his day is gone, he's probably better off to come in under caution and get pressure tires. And you know, I'm pretty sure he's got enough gas to finish the race with. You're looking at basically 9 laps left, unless we have another caution. So yeah, he's probably going to be better off to come in and get fresh tires. And you know, if at all trying to, you know, move ahead in the field a little bit, maybe you get another lap back. I don't know. But we'll have to see how it works out. But it's been a tough break for the 3 car this afternoon here in Richmond. Tough break for the 1 car too, as well. His day has not gone as fortunate as he would like for it to be. So is Roy Wynn. He's had a couple of tough breaks this afternoon. Val Woodford's running a good race, and these guys going back green flag racing. See Lawrence Stoppleworth giving up the lead to the 41 car, or to the 25 car rather. So Ron Blackwell out in front this afternoon. Lawrence Stoppleworth and Paul Brown fighting for position as Paul Brown comes up and takes over the second position. Kent Thomas doing a little drifting going around turns 1 and 2. These guys will give everything they got here in the last few laps, with 3 laps left to go. These guys will give it all, and they'll drive the wheels off these things, I can tell you that. Try to make up position. You see Kent Thomas coming out of turn 2. Rubbing the wall again, so that's going to hurt him in the long run right here at the end of the race. That's going to drop him back a little bit, give Jack Martell the opportunity to come up the side of him and maybe take over the lead from him. Jack's working hard on the outside, so Jack maybe have enough tire safety he can actually jump in front of that 40 car. And you see a calamity ahead in front of you, so that's got another accident right here, something happening, and we'll have to check and see what it is. Through the magic of backing up the game. It looks like the 70 got a hard run on the 25, or either the 25 checked up. And you can see the 70 tapping the quarter panel of the 25 car, and that's going to put the 25 in a 45 degree, which is unrecoverable, and that's going to put them under another caution. And Ron's lead right now is pretty much over with. So you see Jack Martell going highest, Lawrence Stoppleworth, and oh my goodness, Kent Thomas, thinking that Ron was not there, was going to go low below the track, and just collected Ron Blackwell in the inside wall, both the cars. Really causing damage to one another. Can't hold on to brakes, and the rest of these guys going by here, and all this is in slow motion. But let's go back real time and see what happens here. And they're coming into 3. You see the contact made there with Paul Brown, and it turns Ron Blackwell around. Lawrence Topworth go high, and there's Kent Thomas running low and collects Ron where he is put back to 6th position. So evidently it's caused some damage for suspension or driving or steering or something in his car, but he's chomping at the bit right now. I'm pretty sure he is, but that's a racing deal. I mean, you know, you run hard, and sometimes you're lucky to get through it, sometimes you're not. See, Ron's coming into pits, and he done told his crew chief he was done. He's got problems, so he's parking his car for the day. He's out of the race. It's a tough break for Ron Blackwell here on lap 125. So let's see how it works out for the rest of the field as everybody else gets prepared to finish the race. You'll see Paul Brown's the race leader here at lap 126. I think this race will probably go about 4 more laps, 3 or 4 more laps. Paul Brown's the leader, Lawrence Topworth 2nd, Jack Martell 3rd, Roy Wynn 4th, Val Richards 5th, Kent Thomas 6th, Will Bart Toley 7th, and Ron Blackwell's 8th, Keith Chestnut with 9th, which Keith will move up 1 position after they start across the finish line. Paul Brown, right here at lap 127. In overtime, Richmond International Speedway here is our race leader. So, the question of it was, when will this race be over? The question is, what's going to happen next? So, you know, Richmond is kind of like a Super Bristol. Anything can happen. So, but it's fun to watch these guys run as Paul Brown comes into the pits. We'll get in some tires, out the right side tires. Lawrence Topworth stays out, so does Jack Martell. So Jack Martell will, Lawrence Topworth will take over the lead of the race, and Jack Martell will come in 2nd. Paul Brown's dropped back to 3rd, Roy's 4th, which everything will move around. Roy's taking now 3rd position. Val Witcher's 4th, Kent Thomas 5th, Rick Bartoli 6th, Paul Brown's in 7th, and Keith Chestnut's 8th car. And Ron Blackwell has parked his car for the afternoon, and he is done for the day. So the question is, will it be Lawrence Topworth, or will it be Jack Martell? Both of them has a pretty good car. Both is able to kept out of the problems this afternoon with hardly no damage to either one of those cars. So you see Lawrence Topworth dropping out, taking choice of inside lane. One to go. So Lauren takes the choice in the inside lane. Jack drops to the outside. Roy Wynn and goes 3rd position in the bottom. As they line up dual foul, getting ready to give the last restart, hopefully, and get this race underway and get it done. 8 cars on the field. Pace cars going in the pit road entrance. Fixed to drop the green flag. Let's see who can get it done here this afternoon. Richmond International Raceway. Green flag drops. There goes Lauren. There goes Jack and Roy. Kent and Val. Here to go, guys. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. Looks like Lauren Stopworth is going to lead them out to turn 3 and 4. See the 14 and the 03 working together up there trying to buff up a little bit. Oh my goodness, and somebody got in the back of Jack Martell and turned him, so that's going to wind it up. They've made it back over halfway point, so Lauren Stopworth is going to win here this afternoon at Richmond International Raceway. Lauren Stopworth in that number 41 Mac Tool sponsor Chevy SS takes the checkered flag here at Richmond International Speedway this afternoon. Roy wins second, Kent Thomas third, Val Witchers fourth, Will Bartoli fifth, Paul Brown sixth, Jack Martell seventh, and Keith Chester seventh. As you see, the 3 and the 70, a little bit of mischievous conduct here in the backstretch. Down, the battle goes on. So anyhow, folks, that's it. That's it for the race. And congratulations to our race winner, Lauren Stopworth, as he does his burns out. And you can see, and that's how it is, folks, right here this afternoon at Richmond International Speedway. Want to thank y'all so much for joining us. Until next time, I'm Bill Dale saying so long.